Alright everybody, how's it going? Welcome back once again to the channel. So, tonight we're going to check out a short horror film. Alright, I think it's a nice night, a good Monday night to check out another horror short here. This one here is by Buried Hatchet Productions. I have not checked out some of their content in a while, so I really wanted to jump back to their content and see what they got, if they got something new, something like that. So I've been wanting to jump back into their content because I really like the content I've seen from them so far. I've seen a few of them, a few of their videos, but I've enjoyed each and every one of those. Okay, so I want to jump back into this and see what they released. So what I want to check out tonight is this short horror film called Wax. Okay, and once again, it is by Buried Hatchet Productions. If you guys have not subscribed to them, to their channel, check them out, give them a subscription there. Okay, give them a subscribe, hit that like button on their videos because they really do release some great content. Okay, so support their channel, you guys. And also, if you would like to see my reaction to this, and my reaction to this and more content, subscribe to this channel, you guys. Hit that like button, and of course share this video with other people if of course you enjoy it. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump right into this. I have no idea what to expect, and I have no idea what this is about, but I have seen this film called House of Wax, so I'm kind of like expecting something like that to happen around here. And by the way, I really did enjoy that film. It was a fun film. It was definitely a very a fresh take on horror. I've never seen anything like that when it comes to like wax figures, kind of coming to life kind of thing. So I don't know. I mean, I'm really expecting something like that here, but we'll see what this is about. Okay, this is about 5 minutes long, so it's not very long. But I'm really hoping that they got some great entertainment in this film and something fresh and unique to deliver. So we're gonna check them out, and then I'll give you guys my thoughts right after. Let's get scared. That was really loud. Oh, jeez. That's crazy. Well, I like how you can see all the webs wrapped around that opening. That's cool. That's really cool. All across the bottom too, Jesus. Really old room. You can hear the floor, the wood cracking, screeching and all that. Who knows what that is? Oh, Jesus. That looks fake and real at the same time. Oh my God, that's creepy. No. You've just stolen someone's property. There's definitely a lot of sound effects they added on here. Good call. Now run. Don't wait for that door to open. It's your fault. You were standing there. Why were you just standing there? Oh, oh my God. They made her a wax doll. Oh my God.
If you enjoyed this original horror short,
I sure
consider
did.
supporting us on Patreon so that we can continue our monthly upload schedule.
All right, you guys, there you have it. That was Wax. Okay, it was very similar, by the way, to the House of Wax. Okay, if you guys have not seen that, check that out. I do recommend it. Okay, it's very similar to this, but a lot more gruesome and gory and all that stuff. Totally a full-length film, right? But this one here, this short called Wax, it was definitely something very, very short, very simple, straight to the point, and it all took place in one room, which was the bathroom, right? Or at least around the bathroom. We started off in the bathroom. It looks like she was hanging a frame there, and of course, we get this. I've seen this so many times. We've all seen it where you're hitting the nail in the wall and you actually make a hole. Okay, I can definitely relate. I don't think I've made that big of a hole, but I've put like a really large nail in there and then it created a huge hole. So it's a horrible feeling. But anyways, she created this gigantic hole with a hammer, right? Went all the way through the wall, and of course it revealed this other very old antique room that was behind the bathroom wall. I mean, that in itself is it's crazy. You would never imagine something being right behind the bathroom, especially, right? I mean, maybe like an old basement, abandoned basement, or an attic down below the house that's never been heard of or never been discovered. But like another room behind your bathroom, never would have thought of that. So that was very, very fresh for me to see. Maybe you guys have seen that before, but I have not. So that was definitely a fresh take on this, this mysterious, unlocked kind of room, unseen from other people that has just been discovered by this young woman. So she goes in there after she breaks that hole, and she realizes there's that room back there. She eventually, her curiosity, right? It starts to grow, and she's like, okay, now I really gotta see what's back there. So she just breaks through the wall, which, I mean, so why not, right? Breaks through the whole wall of the bathroom, and then eventually, walks into this room. And by the way, like these webbings, I mean, this was just a very simple kind of add-in in this video, but I really like that. Like that add-in of the webs. It really added to the old, this old abandoned room. So it really, really did enhance that. I really like that. Very thick webs too, so that was cool. Looked very creepy, and I like the way she just kind of breaks through the webs and eventually makes her way inside the room. And she's curious, touching all of these things around. Sees this cup full of water, whatever that was in there, and then she just kind of gets grossed out, puts the cup down, and looking around, and what is it called? Like, she's just like marveling over all of these antiques at some point, because wax dolls or whatever. She starts opening some of these sheets that are covering the dolls, and then you get this like really creepy doll. The very first one she opens up, it's a male, and he has this really uncomfortable stare, very uncomfortable smile. I don't even know how she didn't freak out, but I mean, I'd be like, first look, I'd say, I'm out of this room. I'm not even gonna try to look anymore. I'm done. I'm gonna call somebody. Hey, I found this back room. Come in there with me. I'm not going in there alone. You know what I mean? So, but she's in there and she continues to look around and open up more of the drops, the cloths that are on the dolls or that are on these mannequins, these wax mannequins, which actually are, I guess, like realistic or like realistic looking wax dolls with a soul, or they are people that used to be alive and they're now wax dolls trapped in this room. I'm not sure, but excuse me. So eventually she just, starts looking at all these other dolls, and then she likes this last one that she opens up, this woman. I almost thought it was her. It almost looked a little similar, but of course, after they kind of panned the camera between her and the doll, I saw huge differences. But at some point I was like, is this like a wax version of her? That would be crazy. But no, I mean, it was just another Just another young woman's face. And so we see her taking this bracelet from her, right, from her wrist. And I was like, from there, something was gonna go wrong immediately, because she just took this, like, this belonging, this thing that belonged, this bracelet that belonged to the doll. So from there I was like, you just took something that wasn't yours, and kept it for yourself and all of that. So this is when this I think she continues to want to take more of these. Oh yes, so she goes up to the crown she's wearing on her head, right? And she wants to take that now, but then this wax figure holds, takes a hold of her arm and comes alive. And then that's when she starts, being attacked by all of these dolls, all of these people that were waxed. So she eventually tries to get away. And by the way, let me stop there for a sec. All these sound effects that they were adding into the film here, when they were when she was, kind of touching things and kind of making a grin, or like flexing. I do honestly think they were a little bit over the top, where they were kind of too loud for what she was doing. It's just a nitpick there, but they definitely did throw me off a little bit when I was hearing those sounds, the very, very loud sound effects on that. So I would say that, that wasn't as effective as I would want it to be as a viewer. Like, to me, it was just kind of like a really loud sound that could have been lowered or something like that, just a little bit more less of it. But I can see how they wanted to add sound to all of these little movements she was doing. Some of these, like, sounds I didn't even notice they were on there. They actually fit pretty well. But when it came to really minor movements, like her grinning, her flexing, they were a little too loud, But that's just what I thought, they're a little too loud for that. And her, like, touching the crown and all that, the bracelet, very, very loud, a little too crunchy, I would say, the sound, But anyways, like, that was a nitpick. But eventually she, tries to get out of there, and she closes the door behind her, right? When she gets to the bathroom, sees these figures trying to break out of the wall, out of that hole in the wall, and then she closes the door, which I was like, good, bravo, that's really good. But then she just stands there. This is what I don't understand. And like, what are these victims waiting for? So at some point, they're just kind of standing there waiting to be attacked. I mean, I would just book it out of there. Just don't even think about it. Just run. Who knows how fast these things can go. As soon as they break past that wall, it's like they could probably just run to you, But she's just standing there for some reason, waiting. And I can understand how that causes, like, suspense and anxiety, like, for the viewer. Like me, for example, I was just like, run, get out of there, Like, what are you waiting for? I can understand that, but I mean, I would probably want her to, like, try to, like, really escape, really fight for her life and, like, run away further as far as she can until she can't anymore. And these dolls or these, these wax figures are still keeping up with her no matter what, no matter how far she gets, no matter where she hides, kind of thing. But she was just standing there, which that was a little weird. Now, if she were to come out and close the door behind her, and she, like, kind of stood there and looked for, like, a couple second or half a second or millisecond or something, and then these little locks, which we saw, they locked her feet in place so she can't move. If that would have happened, like, faster, I would have, that would have been great. But she just stands there for a couple of seconds, like 10 seconds tops, maybe a little bit over. She's just waiting there. And so that's what I didn't understand. I was like, why is she waiting there? So she gets locked in, and eventually these wax figures eventually catch her, which the screen goes black, right? And then all of a sudden we get this reveal of her turned into a wax figure. Of course, a bloody wax figure, and obviously they distorted her body, and they just, like, looks like her arms were distorted and broken, and very strange look on her face, and, like, most of her body and all of that. So that was a really good shot, man. That shot there at the end, that just nailed it, right there, it took it home. Because I mean, if that were to just closed out, like the camera just closed out, and then credits rolling and all of that, or the screen goes black and that's the end of it, I mean, it would have been fine. But I like how they cut to that shot of the final reveal of what actually happened to her, and eventually she was turned into one of them, which was, like, very gruesome, very disturbing to look at, and then also, like, I would picture maybe her screaming inside while she was stuck, kind of like the movie Get Out, where they're, like, stuck inside this, like, endless, what's it called? This, like, endless drop. I can't even, like, a portal kind of thing. Can't even think of it right now, but where she's just kind of stuck there, and then she can't get out. So you know, that would have been kind of a cool add-in, but I really like this how it was. You know, it's all good. Like, this was really good. This was really well done. Very scary shot, and it definitely was, you know, a surprise at the very end. So if you guys enjoyed this one, leave a comment and a like down below this video, and leave also a comment about what you thought about this one, what stood out to you the most, and what did you think in general. Thank you so much for watching with me, and I hope you guys have a wonderful night. All right, and I'll see you guys on the next reaction. All right, take care. Peace.